Hey guys, Big with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the 2011. This is a 100-year generational improvement on the 1911 in the form of taking everything that a 1911 is and chambering it in 9mm instead of 45 ACP because 9mm is more logical in today's society, and making the magazine double stack instead of single stack so that it fits way more ammunition in it. It's also basically a race gun. So now that I have told you that it is a race gun, you have about 30 seconds to figure out the pun that is going on with the image in front of you before I completely spoil it. All right, now that you have had your fun time to guess about the pun, I'm now going to spoil it. And the pun is that since this is a race gun, and Ford is my favorite car brand, I know it's disgusting, I'm sorry. Their kind of flagship racing car for ages has been the Ford GT40. And the Ford GT40 has a very distinct bright orange and blue paint scheme to it with yellow circles with the number of the car written in it. So obviously I'd have to do like a custom decal to get the number of the car written into these circles, and it probably would have sold it a little bit better than people who were trying to guess, but I was not going to do that. A little lazy for that, so I bypassed it. This design itself is essentially the grip and everything. The grip, frame, trigger, this bottom section is essentially my 1911, except expanded out just a little bit to be more squarish, like a 2011. And the entire grip was redesigned to be 3 wide to have double stack magazines in it. And then the upper kind of, the slide, that's the word, has been designed by David, Asher's Replicas, from the community. It originally started life as his 1911 slide, and now I've taken it for use as my 2011 slide. So this did, not always have all the Gucci accessories on it. It used to have just a 2011 design to it, but then, how do I put this without spoiling things? I saw something from H3VR that I really, really want to make because I thought it looked fucking goofy but really cool at the same time. And we actually needed some accessories thrown on it. So I went ahead and I put the muzzle brake up front and the small red dot in the back with the floor plate for the magazine down at the bottom as well, because, I mean, might as well at this point. This is what it looks like inside of LDD. These 9mm rounds, by the way, are almost as accurate as you can get to 9mm rounds in LEGO form. They use piston heads for those of you who are wondering that are back-to-back. This is a fez hat, I believe, and then this is the Lord of the Rings ring. So those are the 4 parts. So as you can see, pretty standard 2011-esque design. Like I said, this pretty much takes my model of 1911 and just kind of buffs it out, gives it a different look to more appropriately match the 2011, though I did never get around to putting a magazine release in place, so oops. Yeah, pretty basic grip design here. 3 wide, like I said, to accept 3 wide magazines. And then bracket built to get these panel pieces built into place as appropriate as possible, as you can see. Screw details for these panels because these panels wrap around the grip itself. We squared off the trigger because the thing nowadays is flat triggers. It is a moving trigger. It uses a bar piece up here to move on, and then obviously you'd have a pin spring in here to push it out, which is pretty simple. 1 stud wide trigger guard that has been simplified from my previous designs. 3 wide dust cover down here on the bottom. A guide rod using this piece, which I think is a really good fit. Slide lock here, safety here. Safety goes all the way across the weapon into the other side over here, so it's ambidextrous. Hammer moves up and down, pretty simple, and then the actual beaver tail moves up and down as well. though it does not impede the use of the trigger, obviously. We have dual charging handles built into the weapon, so essentially you can cock the weapon from back here by pronging your fingers and just grabbing and pulling, because that's race guns, they have those. Basic red dot sight with a red dot. Not too much to say about this. Like, this is super basic, one of my first ones ever. I think I originally used this on my different usernames, Glock 17L, which is, fun fact, another race gun. And then we have the muzzle compensator device, which just goes up front. Not a whole lot to say about it. Pretty basic, honestly. So that is the STI 2011, currently in GT40-esque paint scheme. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos on this one. See you guys later.